Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another home doubleheader of Howard Community College softball. This is Mark Winkle bringing you the action today as Erica Goodwin has taken the mound to start game one. The first time all season she has done so for Howard, and she starts it off with a strike. Howard hosts Corning Community College today out of New York as they have come down to get a little bit, well, at least they were trying to get some warmer weather heading south, but here we are today in some chilly weather. At opening pitch, we have a balmy temperature of 34 degrees, but it is bright sunny, not a cloud in the sky, so at least we got that going. As this 1-1 pitch is flared out to left field, that's a fair ball. As Loomis will come around second and have the lead-off double for Corning. Now batting number 13, Grace Vandrasek. So Loomis with the double to lead things off, and that will bring up Grace Vandrasek, the number 2 hitter for the Red Barons. She shows bunt, but will pull it back, and Goodwin hits a beautiful strike on the outside corner to get ahead on the count. It's Loomis, Vandrasek, Wood, Benjamin, Talbot, Nolden, Coletta, Burdick, and Grover, 1 through 9 in the Corning starting lineup. And we will see Emily McCreary take the mound for Corning in the bottom half, as Goodwin has made it a 1-1 count. She'll come in with an outside fastball, and it stays out for ball 2. Goodwin. She'll go for a low pitch right over the plate, but just stayed low there, and it's going to be 3-1. Had a little bit of a sinker action on that one and just couldn't quite find the strike zone. We also have a very breezy day, so I'm sure you'll hear plenty of wind from wherever you're watching. Right now the wind is blowing out to dead center field, so watch out if somebody gets one into the air, because the wind is going to certainly carry it today. Full count. Goodwin up and in, ball 4, and she loses Vandrasek. Now batting number 16, Lexi Wood. So that will bring up the number 3 hitter, Lexi Wood, with runners on first and second and nobody out, as Goodwin is in trouble right away, as that pitch will be outside for ball 1. Typically, it's Samantha Hobart who gets the game 1 start for Howard, but the Dragon staff, coaching staff, looking to try to change things up a little bit. Had a little bit of a slide of late, and just trying to find any combination to get back in the win column, as Goodwin does a good job of hitting the strike zone there, and it will be 1-1. Corning comes into the game with a 3-5 record, and they've played a lot of familiar teams, as we have a bit of a situation here. The runners are stuck between bases, and the Howard catcher, Tolly, just decides to throw it back to the pitcher, and it looked like there was a miscommunication between the Corning base runners, as the runner on first, Vandrasek, seemed to think that there was a stolen base signal there. It's going to be a ground ball to the left side. Huber flips it to third base, and a great job by her to flip it to Hobart at third and get the lead out. And they are able to get the first out of the inning. And a big out that was. Now batting, number 9, Bella Benjamin. So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Bella Benjamin, with runners on first and second and 1 out. Benjamin with a very low stance, and we'll see that one take strike 1. Trying to just duck her way into having just no strike zone whatsoever. Goodwin goes high and away for ball one there. Erica Goodwin comes in with a 3-3 record, a 4.73 ERA, in 23 2/3 of an innings pitched. She has 13 strikeouts, 15 walks, and batters against her are batting at a .320 average for the year. She also does have 6 hit by pitches. Two-one count, and that one's going to go away for ball 3. And once again, Goodwin's going to have to chase from behind. As I was mentioning, Corning has played some familiar foes around this area. They've played Hagerstown Community College. They've played Potomac State, both in the Howard's region, and split series with both of those teams. So hard to know exactly what we're going to see here, but it looks like this should be some pretty even competition, as these are teams Howard expects to be pretty even with as well once those games occur later in the season, as that one will be fouled straight back. In fact, it hit Benjamin's bat twice, once going down and right another time coming back up, and it will be a full count. For Howard, coming off a tough doubleheader loss at Chesapeake College, where the Skipjacks brought out the big bats, and Howard just trying to get back to their friendly confines and see if they can get some positive momentum going for the second half of the season. And Goodwin leaves that one way up, and it will be ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. Now batting, number 10, Grace Talbot. So that will bring up Grace Talbot with the bases loaded and just 1 out. And Goodwin is going to have to work herself out of a jam. With Goodwin still struggling to find the plate. Big swing, and Talbot was swinging for the fences on that one and just way ahead of it. A nice changeup from Goodwin, and it's going to be 1-1. Ground a little bit dry out here today with the just cold temperature that's out. And another great changeup as she floats one in, completely fools Talbot as she just watches this one go by, and it will be a 1-2 count. So ground balls will be tough for infielders all day today, which means I imagine that Goodwin would much rather have the ball up in the air. And a swing and a miss. She is going to be called out as the ball got away, but since it is bases loaded, there will be no drop third strike, and Goodwin with a massive strikeout there, and it will now be 2 outs. Now batting, number 5, Lexi Wall-Nolden. So with 2 outs, bases still loaded, it will bring up Lexi Wall-Nolden, the designated player, as she will try to take advantage of this opportunity for the Red Barons. Goodwin able to get a big first strike to get ahead. At this point, with runners on every base, anything on the ground, any fielder can just step on the bag, make it an easy out, and another good strike. This time she hits the outside corner. So she's worked it inside, she's worked it outside. Let's see what she has for her strikeout pitch with an 0-2 count. And time will be called as Wall-Nolden will take that extra second. Bat above her head. 0-2 pitch, and it's going to be in the dirt. A good block by Tolly to keep it in front of her. Dragons have an entire team full of freshmen this year, at least officially freshmen. Some of them were able to play last year, but with the COVID rules, it was a blanket waiver, as that one will also be in the dirt for 2-2, which means that officially the only sophomore on the team is the Howard catcher, Grace Tolly. So she is certainly counted on as that veteran leadership. 2-2 count. Goes for a fastball high and away, and it stays up, and it will be a full count, 2 outs, bases loaded, and the payoff pitch will be upcoming. With it being a full count and 2 outs, everybody will be on their horses as soon as the pitch is thrown. So anything that gets into the gap will be scoring multiple runs. And that's going to be up and out for a ball 4, and Corning will get the leadoff run, or excuse me, the first run on the bases loaded walk. Now batting, number 6, Gabby Coletta. So that will bring up Gabby Coletta, and she will also get a chance with the bases loaded. Coletta will watch strike 1 go by. That was a juicy pitch, but after seeing her teammate walk in with the bases loaded, you can't blame her for taking a pitch. That one's going to be hit up the middle, trouble, and that's going to get by Thompson. 1 run will score. Here comes the second one. The ball will be thrown into the infield, but 2 runs will score on the play as Gabby Coletta with the 2 RBI single up the middle, and Corning will now lead 3-0. Now batting, number 4, Jody Burdick. So with 2 outs, that will bring up Jody Burdick with a chance to keep the inning going for the Red Barons. The lefty hitter. See that one in the dirt for ball 1. Both runners took an awfully big lead, secondary lead after the pitch. That one's inside as Burdick turned her back to it, almost leaned into it. That one's going to be up and out, ball 3, as Goodwin struggling with her command right now, and that will bring Grace Tolley to the mound to have a chat with her pitcher, trying to calm her down. And again, talking about that veteran leadership. Tolley knows exactly how to handle her pitching staff and trying to get her pitcher back focused in. Last thing you want is to have another walk to load the bases again, especially when you're talking about the number 8 hitter in the lineup. So we are back into play, a 3-0 count. And Goodwin will find the inside corner for strike 1. She will need a couple more to try to get out of this one while minimizing the damage. And that is away for ball 4. Another walk for Goodwin. Now batting, number 7, Kiara Grover. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Kiara Grover. And the bases are once again loaded. That's outside for ball 1. Goodwin, 4 walks in this first inning. As the free passes have really been just the only thing that has hurt her, as that one did for a strike. There was 1 double that she gave up, as well as the RBI single. But for the most part, it's just the walks that really are hampering her ability to get out of this. 1-1 count, and that one will be a worm burner, and it's going to be to 2-1. Goodwin fires that one in, and she finds the strike zone there, 2-2. And once again, we've got a big pitch as Goodwin trying to get out of this. but it is Grover looking to try to be a hero for her team. She puts it back up the middle. What a snag by Goodwin. Fires it over to first and gets out of it. But Corning does put up 3 runs. They take a 3-0 lead. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Bottom of the first here in Ellicott City, Maryland, in Howard County, as the Corning Red Barons have taken a 3-0 lead in the top of the first, utilizing 4 walks and a number of timely hits. And now it's the Dragons' turn to try to see if they can pull some back, as it will be the center fielder, Caitlin Burdett, to try to get things going. Burdett, far and away the leader for the Dragons in terms of batting average and on-base percentage. A .533 average, a .644 on-base percentage, and an .867 slugging, leading the Dragons in all 3 of those categories. In 45 at-bats, she's got 24 hits, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, leading the team also with 24 runs scored. 2-0 count, and Burdett will see that one go in. As I mentioned before, it is Emily McCreary on the mound for Corning. McCreary comes into the game with a 2-2 record, as that one's in there for strike 2. She's got a 5.68 ERA. She has given up 5 home runs on the year. In 24 2/3 of an inning, she has 19 strikeouts and 16 walks. Burdett will put this one down the third base line, thrown across and out at first. A solid play by Wood to get the first out. Now batting, number 8, Sage Huber. So that will bring up the shortstop, Sage Huber, to try to get things going for the Dragons. Huber, the speedy lefty, will put a bunt down, but it rolls right back to the plate. It's actually going to be a fair ball, as it was in front of the plate, and there's absolutely nothing that the catcher, Coletta, could do about that one, as it was just a perfect bunt by Huber, and the Dragons get their first base runner of the day. Now batting, number 5, Danielle Thompson. So Thompson will come up with a runner on first and 1 out. Huber takes off for second, a great throw down, oh, and a hard collision at second base, but a beautiful throw there by Coletta, as she will throw out Huber at second base. And that will be the second out of the inning. That throw was absolutely on the money, but just a hard collision there as Huber comes up a little bit slow on the tag, but she appears to be okay. 2-6, yes. So with 2 outs, that will keep Thompson at the plate, as she will foul this one off to the third base side, going towards the Dragon's Lair TV camera crew, who have shown up today to try to get some nice shots of the new Howard Dragon softball program. That crew will be busy this week, as they will also be out there for the lacrosse game tomorrow night, as Thompson goes right back up the middle for a 2-out single, as she continues to stay hot. Now batting, number 25, Grace Tolley. Thompson, one of the few hitters that has just consistently been getting better and better as the season goes by. She was 3 for 3 last game and continues to stay hot with another single here in the first inning. Tolley will take that low for ball 1. She has been the power hitter in this lineup, the cleanup hitter, 6 home runs on the year. 4 home runs on this year, an .804 slugging percentage with a .478 batting average. So she is a line drive hitter, but with lots of power. Those line drives can get out of the park in a hurry. One count. McCreary brings the heat on that one, but just outside for ball 2. And that's low for ball 2, as Tolley, it's a 3-1 count now. So Tolley in a hitter's count. And you know anything close, she's going to be looking to swing here. And she takes ball 4 outside, and Howard trying to get a 2-out rally going. And that will bring up Samantha Hobart. Now batting, number 15, Samantha Hobart. Hobart comes to the plate as the number 5 hitter today, looking to try to keep this inning going. Howard just trying to claw back. Even if they just get a 1 run out of this, just helps pull it back. First pitch, she'll ground it over to the left side, flipped over to third base, and just like that, gets out of it. Howard falls short of scoring any runs. They will be trailing 3-0 going into the second. Leading off for Corning, number 8, Emma Loomis. So the Red Baron batted around the order in the first inning, and they will be back to the top of the lineup in the second as Loomis will come to the plate. As the Dragons have made a switch. Apparently they've been watching a lot of Major League Baseball this year as they've decided to go with the opener strategy here, as after Goodwin pitches 1 inning to start the game, it will be the normal starter, Samantha Hobert, to take over in the second inning. All joking aside, I feel like it has something to do with the fact that Goodwin just was struggling with her command a little bit in that first inning, and the Dragon coaching staff, led by Shannon Riley, decided to make the move to try to settle things down a little bit with their ace. The cold weather, I have to imagine it's hard on these pitchers' hands to just keep them warm to get a really good feel, good grip on the ball. As I can see Hobart, after each pitch, just trying to rub her hand against her pants a little bit just to create some friction and get some feeling back in her fingers. It's a 3-1 count now. And that will be low for ball 4. New pitchers, same issues as a leadoff walk for the Red Barons. We'll get things going for them. Now batting, number 13, Grace Vandersek. So that will bring up the shortstop, Vandersek. As she will see that one outside for ball 1. Vandersek walked in the first inning, one of 4 walks. She'll put the bunt down. It's a beauty. Hobart picks it up cleanly. She'll throw it over to first, and it looked like Vandersek was going to beat the throw, but so we'll call that a single on the bunt, and then it looked like the throwing error allowed Loomis to move over to third base. And now the umpires will have a conversation about the play. And ignore everything that I just said. So we've got a legal contact on Corning. So we're going to bring Vandersek back to the plate, and it's going to be a 1-1 count. So the umpires really all over today to see that one. I'm going to assume what it meant was that on the bunt, the player's bat must have hit the catcher. I'm assuming. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't see what happened there, but in the end, it does benefit the Dragons. So we are back to a 2-1 count. Runner on first, and running on the play, and a perfect pitch to steal on as that one in the dirt. Tolly tried to come out of her crouch to throw her out, and the ball in the dirt just made it impossible to try to do so. So a stolen base for Loomis, and now it's going to be a runner on second, 3-1 count. And that will be ball 4. So Hobart walks her second straight. And in the end, the result is basically the same thing as it would have been. Now batting, number 16, Lexi Wood. So that'll bring up Wood to the plate. And outside for ball 1. Wood 0 for 1 in the game. And a good pitch by Hobart to drop that in for strike 1. Good crowd on hand for it being a cold, breezy day. Fouled straight back by Wood. And it's Tuesday at 1:18 p.m. and Gotta love seeing all of these softball fans out here to cheer on, including fans that have come all the way down from New York to cheer on their Red Barons. So gotta love the commitment there. That one's in the dirt for ball 2. We're at Kiwanis Wallace Park, a recreation park that's lined short, and it's going to go off the glove of Huber. Everybody is safe. So Huber just had that one just go right off the end of her glove, and it looked like it might have bounced off her glove and hit her neck, as Huber will get checked out by her coach and gives the thumbs up, everything is A-okay. But just a bizarre play. And unfortunately for the Dragons, it means that once again, bases are loaded. Now batting, number 9, Bella Benjamin. So that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Bella Benjamin, with the bases loaded. A huge sweeping swing and misses for strikes 1. Benjamin walked in the first inning, looking to try to really get the bat off her shoulder in this one. Maybe a little bit too antsy to try to get her bat up there, and she will take another big swing, fouls it back for strike 2. But you can just tell from her swing, she is a power hitter looking to put one over the fence. Hobart is ahead, 0-2, and goes high and inside for ball 1. That does typically tend to be Hobart's pitch of choice for the strikeout pitches, to go for the high fastball. But she is able to mix it up with the outside breaking balls as well. So maybe she sets her up for this one and actually goes for low and inside, misses again, ball 2. Now you have to change your mindset for a 2-2 count, because you certainly don't want to get to a full count with the bases loaded. Fouled straight back, and oh, that hit the umpire right in the side. And that one sounded like it hurt. Now, Tolly will go out to talk to the pitcher and give the home plate umpire some time to recover after that one. Boy, that one, you're going to feel that in the morning. Coach Riley telling her catcher to apologize to the umpire, saying that you should have caught that one, not allowed it to happen, and all in good humor. So we are back to a 2-2 count. Hobart, she rocks, she fires, swing and a miss. Changed up speeds on that one and got a big strikeout on Benjamin. Now batting, number 10, Grace Talbot. So good job by Hobart to set her up on that one, as she had gone fastball, and then comes back with the changeup and is able to get the first out of the inning. Goes high for ball 1 against Talbot. Talbot 0 for 1. As she pulls her head on that one on the outside pitch. Talbot struck out in the first inning. Talbot's got a very wide open stance, but she will float this one, trouble into right field. Adams camps under it, she will catch it, but it will be a sacrifice fly as runners will advance. So that will score a 4th run for Corning. Now batting, number 5, Lexi Wall-Nolden. So Corning extends their lead to 4-0. And on the first pitch, flies straight out to Burdett, and Howard gets out of it. Only 1 run scores for Corning. They lead 4-0 as we go into the bottom of the 2nd. We go into the bottom of the second. Corning ahead 4-0 on the Dragons. And it will be Erica Goodwin, the starting pitcher, now third baseman for the Dragons, to get her first at bat. And we'll see strike one. That'll be low for ball one. The wind just continues to pick up. Telling you, we haven't really seen any hard hit balls to the outfield, but when we do, I feel bad for these outfielders. It is not going to be easy for them to figure out a good track. 1-2 count as Goodwin swings late on that one. Strike three on the swing, and Dragons have one out. Now batting number 12, Brittany Dix. So that will bring up the first baseman, Brittany Dix, batting in the 7 hole today. Dix, first pitch, will put this on the ground. It's going to be a tricky play by the shortstop. Fires over to first, and she is out. A solid play there by Vandersek. Now batting number 21, Haley Adams. So that will bring up Haley Adams with 2 outs. Adams playing in right field today as the Dragons continue to find the right combination of players to put out there. It's kind of been a platoon between Adams and Shayla Love, and it is Adams who gets the start today. One count in the dirt. Adams will see ball 2. Adams, another one of those line drive hitters for Dragons, as she takes a cut at that one and misses for strike 2. Just a little bit late on the swing. A few of these Dragons have seen some struggles with the speed of McCreary's fastball. So it's going to be a full count. Adams trying to get on base for her team. Pitch, and it's fouled off. She was jammed on that one, but able to stay alive by just getting the bat on the ball. And it looks like the umpire's checking up on her. It may have gotten her on the hand, but because she was swinging on the play, the umpire is letting Coach Riley know that it is not a hit by pitch on the swing, and everybody seems to be on the same page for that one. Full count, 2 outs. McCreary fires in, a good swing by Adams, but it's fouled back. Ooh, almost got close to hitting a dog out in the field over there. Thankfully, the dog able to dodge it at the last second. It's a good thing they have quicker reflexes than humans. I think there would have been more people sad here if the dog got hit than human being. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adams goes down 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the third. Corning still ahead, 4-0. We go into the top of the third. The Red Barons still head 4-0 as Hobart will see Gabby Coletta come to the plate to lead off for Corning. Coletta 1 for 1. She singled up the middle with a 2 RBI hit back in the first inning. Which has proved to be a big one for Corning. Hobart finds strike zone. It will be a 2-1 count. Lifted straight up into center. This is going to be tricky. Burdett comes back, goes back for it, goes back, and it's off the fence. Coletta coming around to third, and she will stand up for a triple. What a hit by Gabby Coletta. Now batting, number 4, Julie Burdick. Jody. So Jody Burdick will come up in the 8th spot with a runner on third and no outs. Shows bunt, but Coletta works her way back as Tolly stared her down, and it will be 1-1. Shows bunt again, but the pitch is high, and it will be 2-1. Corner infielders are way in, trying to play for the bunt. Middle infielders playing deep in the hole. The middle is wide open except for Hobart. That hits the strike zone for strike 2. Good outside fastball here. And if you're Burdick here, you have to imagine it's going to be the high fastball coming her way. Goes for the lone away pitch and just misses. Hobart wanted that one. And it will be a full count. Fouled off. Hit hard by Burdick right into the fencing in front of the Dragons dugout. Made a few people over there jump in their seats. Three-two count. Strike 3 called on the corner, and a big out there by Hobart. Now batting number 7, Kiara Grover. So that will bring Grover up with 1 out. Still runner on third. As Hobart hits another strike. Hobart again. She's working inside, outside, up, down. Working every inch of that plate right now. Ahead 0-2 count. Seeing if there's some way she can strand the runner on third. Strike 3. Tolly throws down to first. Plays at the plate, thrown back down. And a good job by Coletta. Gets under the throw. And Corning will add the 5th run. Now batting number 8, Emma Loomis. So with 2 outs and nobody on, it will be the number 1 hitter, the leadoff hitter in the lineup, Emma Loomis, to bat. As she will lift this one deep to left field, way back. That one hops the fence. Loomis will head to second base for a 2-out double. And that is her second double of the game. And both of which were down that left field line. That one a little bit more towards just straight left field as it went over the head of Phelps. And that will bring up Vandrasek with 2 outs. Hobart finds strike zone for strike one. It will be a 1-1 count. Vandrasek still hasn't gotten official at bat yet in this game, as she is gotten 2 walks, once in the first. That one goes to Hobart. Hobart scoops it up. A sliding effort by Vandrasek, but she is out at first base on the strong throw by Hobart. Corning adds another run. They lead 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. We go into the bottom of the third. Corning ahead 5-0. And with that, Sarah Phelps, the only batter so far in this game to not have gotten an at-bat yet, will get her first plate appearance. Phelps sees strike one. Phelps, another one of those line drive hitters. She's got an open stance, but still tends to be a bit of a pull hitter. Changeup up and away for ball 2. Phelps, one of those players where she's hitting nearly every spot in the lineup in this year. She started off as a leadoff hitter, hitting the 2-hole a little bit. She hits this one straight into the ground. It's going to be a tough play. Coletta throws down to first and gets it in time for the first out. And another great play by catcher Gabby Coletta. Now batting, number 18, Caitlin Burdett. So with 1 out, that brings the top of the order back up as Burdett will come to the plate for Howard. Burdett, first pitch, fouls it straight back into the Howard banner on the backstop. Makes a very satisfying rippling sound. Burdett really has been the catalyst for the Dragons offense this year. That is why she's batting in that leadoff spot, as she has just consistently been able to make plays happen. Burdett sees that one up for ball 2. Able to hold her swing up just in the last second. Couldn't help but notice out of some of our fans that are here today, we have several men's lacrosse players in attendance as they are getting some softball action in before getting ready for their big week ahead. As Burdett will see that one for strike 2. The lacrosse team plays at home against number 4 nationally ranked CCBC Essex tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock before hosting the number 1 team in the nation, Nassau Community College, on Saturday. Both of those games will be on the campus of Howard Community College and will be shown right here on the Howard Network, as that one is a drop third strike and tag is applied and Burdett is out. Now batting number 8, Sage Huber. So Huber will come up with 2 outs. As her first pitch, she'll try to hit one down the third base line and we'll put it just foul. Huber, the speedy lefty, typically just trying to get the ball in play and run it out, as she will take a bigger swing this time and lines one off of the top of the dugout. And Huber on an 0-2 count, able to show some patience on that one, but lines it straight into the glove of Lexi Wood. 1, 2, 3 inning. After 3 innings of play, Corning 5, Howard 0. So the Dragons suffer another 1, 2, 3 inning. We go into the top of the 4th. Corning still leads 5-0. We go into the top of the 4th for a 5-0 Corning Red Barons lead, as Hobart has done a good job of limiting the damage but continues to give up a couple runs here and there. She's given up 1 in the second, 1 in the third after Corning scored 3 in the first off of Goodwin. But right now, the bigger concern is just the complete lack of offense for the Dragons. So for Hobart, she just has to do a job of limiting damage. Hit to right field, line drive, and Adams. Good jump on that one. Will get under it and get the first out of the inning, as she read that well.
That's a start. Let's go.
Now batting, number 9, Bella Benjamin. So that will bring up the number 4 hitter, Bella Benjamin. Benjamin, first pitch, hits this one straight up into the air down the first base side. Benjamin comes to the game with a .290 batting average, .333 on base, but a .742 slugging. She leads the team with 4 home runs on the year with 16 RBI. Second pitch, this one is lifted straight up in the air again. Trouble for the Dragons, and it will just fall into the middle of the infield as nobody called that one. Nobody got under it.
Hey! You just have to talk! No one called it! You have to talk! That's an E in my book!
So, a leadoff hit, or excuse me, a one-out hit, and this first pitch is going to be lined down the left field line by Talbot, but foul. Talbot comes into the game with a .250 batting average, a .294 on base, and a .438 slugging percentage. Just 16 at-bats so far in this year, but she gets the start today. Talbot does have 3 doubles on the year. That's up. Tolly takes a strong throw down to first, but it was dropped by Dix. Not that it would have beaten her anyway. Back to first. Two-one count. Talbot digs in, and she will see that one low for ball 3. Benjamin on first base has not attempted a stolen base yet this season. It's not really much of a threat, but Tolly keeps an eye on her. That one hits the outside corner. Talbot started to take a step towards first base and forced to retreat back to the batter's box, and it will be a full count. Hobart takes her sign. Fastball down the plate. It's going to be lifted into right center. Going to be trouble. Burdette comes sliding across, and it's going to drop in for a fair ball. And that will be another single for Corning. Now batting, number 5, Lexi Wall-Nolden. So with 1 out, it will be Wall-Nolden coming to the plate with runners on first and second. She hits the first pitch to the right side. What a diving stop by Thompson, and she flips it over to first base for the second out. A fantastic play at second base by Danielle Thompson to save that ball from going to the outfield and surely scoring another run. Now batting, number 6, Gabby Coletta.
Let's go!
So 2 outs. Coletta comes to the plate. Coletta's been swinging a hot bat in addition to playing some great defense. As Coletta is 2 for 2 on the day. And she's got a couple ducks in the pond with runners on second and third. Outside for ball 1. Corning has yet to been shut out of an inning yet so far, but the Dragons are 1 out away from finally being able to achieve that. Hobart with the high fastball and fouled straight back by Coletta, and she is ahead 1-2. Again, this is one of those situations. It's probably going to be the high heat or the low and away, and it's going to be in the dirt as Hobart lost her grip on that one, as she apologizes to her team for that one. Talia did a great job of keeping that one from getting to the backstop. So 2-2 count. Hobart goes for the low and away pitch and just misses that one. So it's going to be a full count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Hobart versus Coletta, and that's going to be inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again. Now batting, number 4, Jody Burdick. And that brings up the number 8 hitter, Jody Burdick, once again with the bases loaded for her. She is 0 for 1 with a walk in the game, as she will take that for strike 1. Low and away. Again, Tolly had to make an acrobatic play to save that one from getting away from her. In the dirt again. This one knocked down again by Tolly. Tolly getting a workout behind the plate today, just keeping the ball in front of her. It'll be a 2-1 count. Good pitch on that one as she got it just low and away in the corner. Tip. 2-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded, big count here, and that's going to be in the dirt, ball 3. Again, another great play by Tolly to keep it from getting away, but this is the pitch that Howard just has to have. Cannot let the score get away from them. Need to get a shutout inning. But it's going to be a full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Hobert, she delivers. Just misses the outside corner. It's going to be ball 4 as she walks in the run. Now batting, number 7, Kiara Grover. So Corning able to walk in another run. And we are still with bases loaded. Hobert, a couple of good pitches there, and she is way ahead, 0-2. Hit into the ground, and it will go foul. So 0-2 count, 2 outs. Hobert has been playing with the low pitches here. Again, her money pitch typically tends to be that high fastball. And she will go for that and gets the strikeout. Hobert goes back to what works for her, gets the high fastball and strikes her out to get out of the inning. But Corning gets one more. They lead 6-0. We go into the bottom of the 4th. We go into the bottom of the 4th, and the Dragon needing to get some offense going. We'll look to have Danielle Thompson start off, and she lines the first pitch straight at the left fielder. Bad luck for her, as Thompson is out on one pitch. Thompson, though, one of those players right now that even on the outs that she gets, they always seem to be line drives. Unfortunately for her, it means that she will be out, and then it will be nobody on, one out for the Howard cleanup hitter, Grace Tolley. Tolley, one of those hitters where you always want somebody on base whenever she comes to the bat because she is just capable of hitting the big ball. And she fouls it back. One count. Tolley just trying to get Howard going, as she will see that one go way out. Tolley fouls that straight back. McCreary, the according pitcher, has gotten the last 8 Dragons out. Howard trying to break this stretch of just dominance by McCreary. Throws that one up, and that will finally be the first base runner since back in the first inning for Howard, as Tolley gets the walk. Now batting, number 15, Samantha Hobart. McCreary just at 47 pitches in the bottom of the 4th. Really good efficiency from her. First pitch right up the middle, and Hobart gets the base hit. And finally, the Dragons are on the move. Now batting, number 7, Erica Goodwin. And that will bring up the third baseman, Erica Goodwin, with 1 out and runners on first and second. Dragons finally looking to get some momentum going on the offensive side of things. Goodwin, first pitch, puts it straight up. Coletta just got lost, was looking all around, but didn't realize that the ball was straight over her head. And looking to her bench and saying that nobody was communicating to her, to saying that it went straight up, and I completely agree with her that somebody has got to let her know that the ball is straight up. That is as tough as a play as it gets for the catchers when they just can't get a good view of that, and the communication is important. Goodwin sees that one outside for ball 1. And certainly after the defensive proficiency that we've seen out of Coletta, got to give her the benefit of the doubt. Smacked to left field and caught again on a frozen rope was Emma Loomis, who came running in on it. And an unfortunate second out for the Dragons. Now batting, number 12, Brittany Dix. You know, they say oftentimes baseball and softball, it's an unfair game. You can hit a ball with almost no power at all and get on base. You can hit a ball with complete power and get out. As we will see another first pitch swing. Dix grounds out. Howard gets a couple on base, but unable to capitalize. They still trail 6-0 as we go into the 5th. The leadoff hitter, Loomis, will start things off in the top of the 5th for the Red Barons, as she will see ball 1 high up. Loomis has been hot today, 2 for 2, 2 doubles, and a walk. Howard has not found a way to get her out yet, as she will foul this off of her own foot. Loomis, both of her doubles were to left field, and you can see the left fielder Phelps playing a little bit back more than she probably would against a left-handed hitter, but she's been burned by Looms before, as she will show patience on that one and foul that off. 1-2 count. Loomis came into the game batting .485, as she will foul this one off as well. But fun to see, she is leading the team in at-bats, so she has 33 at-bats, and she does not have a single walk on the season. Batting average and on-base percentage the exact same, but she does have an .848 slugging with 3 doubles and 3 home runs coming to the game. And again, we can add 2 doubles to that number, so her slugging is just going to be skyrocketing close to 1,000 after today. At least as we've seen so far. 2-2 count. As she lifts this one up, it's going to be trouble. Thompson gets under it, but it's going to be going out. Thompson snow cones it and is able to make the catch for out number 1. Now batting number 13, Grace Vandrasek. So with 1 out, that will bring up Vandrasek to the plate. She shows bunt and puts one down the third base line, but foul. Vandrasek 0 for 1. She's got a couple of walks and a run scored. And sees strike 2 right over the plate. Looking at the stats real quick, Emily McCreary, the pitcher for Corning, has thrown just 52 pitches in 4 innings. The Dragon pitchers so far have combined to throw 120. Just unbelievable efficiency from McCreary, and conversely on the Dragon side, just too many walks from the pitchers, as they've combined to throw 8 walks in 4 innings. That's up for ball 2. Two-two count. Hobart smacked right back to the middle, but Burdett in the perfect spot to snag that one. Looked like it was tailing away from her just a little bit and made it awkward, but she made the snag in the end. Now batting, number 16, Lexi Wood. So that will bring up Lexi Wood in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. Wood, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Hobart falls behind 2-0. And we'll see strike 1. The other difference, the Dragons' offense, they just continue to swing at first pitches. Not that you can fault them. If they see the good pitch, then go for it. But these Corning batters are just showing great patience. This one flared out to right field. It's going to be trouble, and it falls just foul as the Dragons catch a break there. But imagine that the Dragons' coaching staff was hoping that that ball would have been caught. Just Adams in right field, just a little bit late to get a break on that one. 2-2 count. Fouled off to right field again. Haley Adams trying to come onto it again, and again it falls foul. So we'll try 2-2 count once again. Hobart fires into Wood, and Wood again goes foul to the first base side. So Hobart keeps working the outside of the plate of the Wood, or on Wood. And again, I have to keep saying over and over, where's that high fastball? There it is, and Wood is jammed on the inside part of the plate. Good pitch by Hobart, setting up for that one. So you've shown the 2-2 low and away breaking ball. You've seen the 2-2 fastball low and away. You've seen the up and in fastball on 2-2. We're going to go high and away this time, trying something else. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Huber fires it across, and Dix drops it at first base and reaches first on the air by the first baseman. Now batting, number 9, Bella Benjamin. So bad luck for the Dragons, as it looked like they were finally going to get out with a 1-2-3 inning, but the ball is dropped by Dix, and now the inning continues. Benjamin makes it pay deep to center field, way back, and oh my goodness, it's on top of the fence of the batting cages behind the center field fence. My goodness, Benjamin got all of that one. So a couple of unearned runs come in after the error, and Corning makes it 8-0 in the top of the 5th. Now batting, number 10, Grace Talbot. So Talbot will see strike 1 go across, and there's strike 2 there as Hobart pounding the strike zone. But my goodness, still just in awe of how long that home run was by Benjamin. Talbot to third, scooped up, thrown across, and that is going to be high and away. And another error for the Dragons defense as Goodwin threw it over the head of Dix. And it will be Tolley who calls time to bring the Howard infield together to try to calm everyone down. Not a great day for the Dragons infield defense. We've seen errors on Goodwin at third, Huber at short, Dix at first. Saw another one where a pop-up fell right into the middle of the infield. Nobody called it. Should be an error, but it's technically a hit. And just needing somebody in this Howard mid infield to make a play. So that will bring up number 5, Lexi Wall-Nolan, as her first pitch. She's going to swing out to left field, caught by Phelps, and the Dragons get out of it. 2 more runs for Corning. They lead 8-0 as we go into the bottom of the 5th. We go into the bottom of the 5th, Corning ahead 8-0. As first pitch, Adams lined it straight to second base, and it will be 1 out. Dragons have got to score 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th to extend the game. Otherwise, it will be a mercy rule ended game in 5 innings with Corning ahead 8-0. And that will bring up number 22, Sarah Phelps, as she fouls that one straight back. Phelps sees that one travel in for strike 2, and she is now behind 0-2. Red Barons have 3 pitchers that have pitched so far this season, with McCreary and Jaden Hill getting the majority of the appearances for the team. Just have to, looking at McCreary, she's only pitched 56 pitches. You almost think, wonder if she's going to pitch again in game 2 just to get a full workload in. She has just been so incredibly efficient with her outing so far, as that one's fouled back. Look at that. We have a ball dog here, as the dog was able to, as Phelps will hit that one and snagged by the first baseman. Sorry, I should focus on the game, but I was just fascinated by the fact that one of the dogs of the fans that here went and grabbed the ball, the foul ball, and brought the ball all the way back to be put back into play. That's fantastic. And now Howard down to their last chance saloon, as Caitlin Burdett will come up with 2 outs. And Howard needing somebody to get on base. That's going to be grounded to short. Thrown across and out at first base, and that will be the game. Corning will take game 1 of the doubleheader, 8-0 in 5 innings. We will take a break here in Ellicott City, Maryland, but we'll be back in about 20 minutes when game 2 of the doubleheader will start at approximately 2:35. Final score, game 1, Corning 8, Howard 0 in 5 innings. We are underway in Game 2 of this doubleheader as Howard Community College and Corning Community College are starting off the second game of this afternoon matinee as Burdett will put this into the air deep to left field, and it is gone! Caitlin Burdett has just cranked one out of the park as the leadoff hitter for the Dragons, and they get their first run of the day. Burdett hits her third home run of the season. Now batting, number 8, Sage Huber. So that will bring up Huber. The coaches, before the start of the game, mutually agreed to actually switch the home and away for batting. So if you are confused as to why Howard is batting first as the home team, that is why. It was actually the Dragons who requested the change. So Howard, and this is exactly why, they get some positive momentum with the leadoff home run by Burdett. And Howard gets to take their first lead of the day on their first run of the day. Game 1 took just an hour and 10 minutes to complete, as this one is bunted straight back, almost this way. Unfortunately for yours truly, I was not able to make the catch. My first chance this whole season, and I couldn't make it. Very disappointing. I apologize to anybody out there that expects me to catch that ball, because I certainly did not. It will be a 2-1 count to Huber. And she will smack this one just deep center, as everybody had come in on expecting bunt. And Huber just cranks one to second. She's going to go for third. Play at third. And she gets under the tag. It's a triple for Sage Huber, as she was just motoring around second. Never hesitated for a second. Perhaps lucky to not be thrown out at third base, but there she is on the bag, and Howard with some positive momentum. Now batting, number 5, Danielle Thompson. Thompson, first pitch, she puts one right down on the ground, and it's going to be thrown off to first, and out at first is Thompson. And that will bring up Grace Tolley with runner on third and one out. Tolley takes a big swing at a ball that was up at her eye level and immediately starts talking to herself about her dismay of even thinking to swing at that pitch, and is behind 0-1. Again takes a big swing and is now behind 0-2. With a runner on third and less than 2 outs at this point, just getting anything in play, and as Huber thought about going home on that, but with the short backstop, decided better of it. But as I was saying, with the speed of Huber at third base, basically anything that's put into the play, either on the ground or in the air to the outfield, will score a run. And Tolley just needs to get one out there to score the run. And she does more than that. She cranks one deep to left, but it is sailing, and it is caught on the fence. Unbelievable catch. An absolutely incredible catch by Loomis in left field as she reached over the fence and grabbed it, but it is going to be a sac fly. And will score the run for Howard as they now lead 2-0 on the sac fly by Tolley. So she gets the job done in the end, but give all the credit in the world to the play by Emma Loomis for making that catch on the fence. Hobart took a big swing at that one and fouled it off to the. And there we go again. The dog able to chase down the ball and bring it back. I am entirely too amused by this. I wish I could get this on camera, seeing the retriever retrieve the ball. And there's Hobart to keep the inning going as she lines it back up the middle for a base hit. So the Dragons with 2 outs in the top of the first still. And it looks like we may have had an injury on the field as the shortstop of Corning a little bit slow to get up. That is Grace Vondersack playing shortstop, and she just, after the diving effort, may have just knocked the wind out of her, landing on her stomach. The Howard training staff will come take a look and just make sure that everything's okay, but already getting thumbs up before he even gets out there. Have to say, though, when coming to softball games, there's just not usually as much to do for the training staff. There's usually just less injuries and whatnot, so sometimes, the trainer wants to feel valued too. So if he has an opportunity to go out there and make his presence known, good for him. Way to go out there and do his job. So great job by Tim Happel. He even gets a high five to say, good job, Tim. So Happel enjoys his time on the field and comes back as we get back into action here, as it is still 2 outs and a runner on first. And that brings up Erica Goodwin. Goodwin, who will be back at third base to start this game, as she, we'll see that for ball. Goodwin started game 1 on the mound, and after giving up 4 runs in that first inning, the game was completed by Hobart. And it looks like Hobart will be right back to the mound when we get to the bottom of the first, as Goodwin takes a good swing at that and fouls it back on the high fastball. Fastball outside for Jaden Hill. Hill, in her 6th appearance of the year, she has a 1-2 record, pitching 25 in the 3rd inning. She has 15 walks and 39 strikeouts to her name. So Hill averaging over 10 strikeouts per game. She has given up 4 home runs, has a 4.97 ERA, but just an extreme strikeout pitcher. Again, 39 strikeouts and 25 innings pitched. So certainly bringing the heat so far. She drops up a changeup there, and it's ball 4. And Howard again trying to get a 2-out rally going still, and that will bring up Brittany Dix. Now batting, number 12, Brittany Dix. So with 2 outs, Dix will come to the plate with Hobart at second, Goodwin at first. And we'll see ball 1 high. Dix takes a big swing at that one, just a little bit behind for strike 1. Interesting to see McCreary, who her numbers just aren't quite as impressive as Hill, but after seeing her pitch in that first game, I can see why she is treated as the ace. Just a great performance by McCreary, but now Hill just bringing a little bit extra speed. We'll just throw the Dragon hitters off. As you can see, Dix way behind on that one as she swings through it. Dragons pick up 2 runs. They lead 2-0 as we go into the bottom of the first. We go into the bottom of the first as Corning comes to bat with Howard leading 2-0. And it will be Samantha Hobart who continues to pitch for the Dragons, and she leads it off with strike one. So bold move by Howard to request the switch and bat first, and it so far has paid off as this one grounded to second. Thompson flips and throws and gets her out at first base. Good job by Danielle Thompson, who has really solidified that second base position and made it her own, playing strong defense there. Now batting number 13, Grace Vandersek. So that will bring up the lefty hitting Grace Vandersek to bat, and she puts down a bunt and again goes just foul down the third base line. Oh, 1 count. Vandersek will see that one right on the outside corner for strike two. Hobart seems to have found her rhythm a little bit and has not lost it since the end of game one and into the start of game two. Vandersek just fights this one off and puts a swinging bunt out to keep herself alive. She will do the same thing, puts this in play. It will go off of the glove of Goodwin and in there for an infield single, as Vandersek will be able to get on base. Now batting, number 16, Lexi Wood. Wood will take ball one. Tolly stares back Vandersek. Looks like Vandersek was thinking about doing a delayed steal there. We'll see. And this time she will throw down to first, but Vandersek takes off right away and gets the stolen base on the play. So a delayed steal for Vandersek, and she is now on second base with 1 out. Do a little pump fake. Or do a pump fake next time. And that is laced to right center field. Wood on her horse will go to second base. Vandersek scores from second, and Corning has pulled one back. It is 2-1. So double to right center. Now batting number 9, Bella Benjamin. Benjamin hits one that will bounce off of the third base bag, and she will run all the way to second base as that one just gets by the glove of Goodwin, bounces off the base, and Howard now in trouble once again, and it will be second and third with 1 out. Now batting number 14, Destiny Hammond. And that will bring up number 14, Destiny Hammond, who is the designated player in this game, as she will take the first pitch and hit it to right field. Will one hop into the glove of Adams. 1 run will score, and Corning has tied the game at 2-2. Now batting number 23, Jaden Hill. Now that'll bring up the pitcher, Jaden Hill. Hill will see it inside for ball 1. Different looking lineup for the Red Barons in this game too, as it's Hammond as the designated player, Hill as the pitcher batting 6th, Faith Rodriguez is the catcher batting 7th. And then Burdick still batting 8th, but she has moved to right field as Benjamin is now the second baseman. Grover still playing in center, and it is Grace Talbot who is out of the lineup but playing at first base. As this one is just absolutely ripped to left center. Jaden Hill puts it out there for a double. Another run scores and Corning leads 3-2. As the one-out rally continues to go strong for Corning. Now batting number 2, Faith Rodriguez. So Rodriguez will get her first at bat of the day. And that one catches the inside corner for strike 1. Rodriguez listed at 5'2", the shortest player on the team for the Red Barons. The sophomore catcher digs in, and she will duck out of the way, but that one will dip right back in for a strike, and now Hobart ahead 1-2. High for ball 2. Hobart looking to lock it down. 2-2 count. Grounded to short to the third base, as Goodwin able to just knock it down, but no more. But that will be an error on Goodwin, which will allow the bases to be loaded. Now batting number 4, Jody Burdick. So Burdick will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. And that is in there for strike 1. So a tough inning for Goodwin at third bases. She's had a couple of tough plays that she was unable to make, and then the routine one that goes right to her. She just cannot corral it. And that will put the Dragons in a tough spot here. 1-1 count. Off-speed pitch outside for ball 2. Burdick puts it right between the legs of Goodwin as her rough inning continues. And it will be an E5 again for the second straight play. And the unearned run will make it a 4-2 Corning lead. So Corning ahead 4-2, and that will bring up the number 9 hitter, Kiara Grover. That's low for ball 1. Base and just 1 out as Hobart trying to find a way to limit the damage. Inside, but stays on the plate for strike 2. Foul tip, but Tolly is able to hold on to it, and the strikeout will make it 2 outs. Now batting Number 8, Emma Loomis. So once again, Corning able to bat around the order, and we are back to the top of the lineup as Loomis will come to the plate with the lefty hitter getting a chance with the bases loaded and 2 outs to really put a hurt into the Dragons. Hobart just misses outside for ball 1. We saw Loomis going to left field multiple times today. Howard continues to pitch her outside. That one just misses, I'm guessing outside. And Tolly getting the explanation from the umpire. Phelps in left field is playing close to her line, and Burdett, the center fielder, is playing in right center, and that leaves the left center field wide open. Right as I was saying, left center was open. There it is. She bops it right into the open gap as 3 runs will score on the double, and it is going to be 7-2 Corning. Now batting number 13, Grace Vandersek. So the 3 RBI double by Emma Loomis in the left center gap. And Corning takes a 7-2 lead and still has a chance here with 2 outs to add to the total. Low for ball 2. Hobart trying to stay focused in there. She has not gotten a whole lot of help from her infield defense in this one. And that will be in there for a strike. Never easy for a pitcher when you're getting ground balls and just can't get the outs out of them. Hard to keep that focus, but Hobart doing a good job of just keeping her head in there and just trying to keep throwing strikes. (3-1). Right to Huber, and that will be booted by the shortstop of the Dragons and go out to shallow center field. Another run scores. It is 8-2 Corning. Now batting number 16, Lexi Wood. The 3rd error of the inning for the Howard infield. And another ground ball wasted by the Dragons. It is 8-2 Corning in the 1st. Wood with that wide open stance. Her feet covering the length as Tolly will throw it down to to second base. The shortstop unable to catch the throw by Tolly, and that was put right on the money, and just not anybody have there in time to really make the tag. So a stolen base by Vandersek, and it will be runner on second with 2 outs. 0-2 count. Lace to right center. Wood put a charge into that one. Vandersek scores easily from second. It is going to be a stand-up double for Lydia Wood. 9-2 Corning. Now batting number 9, Bella Benjamin. So still 2 outs as Benjamin gets her second at-bat of the inning. Hobart at 40 pitches in this inning and counting. Benjamin, of course, has now officially hit the longest home run in the history of this park, and she will put one on the ground. Thompson able to get the 3rd out, but it is a 9-run first inning for Corning. They lead 9-2 over the Dragons. Leading off for the Dragons, number 21, Haley Adams. So it will be the right fielder, Haley Adams, to get things going for Howard in the 8-hole. Adams, Phelps, and Burdett due up in this inning for the Dragons. As Adams will see strike one in by Hill. Strike two on the inside low corner, as that one's a tough one to hit for anybody. And Hill hitting her spots nicely here to start the second inning. Adams shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a swing at the high fastball, strike three. And that will bring up Phelps. Now batting, number 22, Sarah Phelps. So Phelps will come to the plate and try to find some momentum for Howard out of the 9 spot. And she will see that fastball high for ball one. Phelps gets a piece of that one, fouls it straight back. And a great effort by one of the parents to keep it from going all the way down the hill back there. And it's going to be a 1-1 count to Phelps. Phelps keeps it out for ball two. Phelps takes a big swing and could not get the bat on it. It's going to be 2-2 as she swings under it. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Hill, and that will be 2 outs to bring it to the top of the order for Burdett. Now batting, number 18, Caitlin Burdett. So Burdett will get another opportunity. She led off the game with a solo home run in the top of the first. And she tried to make it number 2 on that one, as she took a mighty swing at one way up in the zone. She'll leave that one up for ball one. Burdett, a bit of an enigma on where to put her in the lineup. She leads the team in slugging percentage, but also leads the team in on-base percentage. Second in home runs. First in doubles. As this one will be fouled back and out of play. You look at the numbers and you just wonder, all right, so her on-base percentage perfect, for a leadoff type hitter, which is where she's hitting right now. But when you look at the slugging, you look at the home runs, look at the potential for the driving in runs, you wonder if she should be in a different spot in the lineup as well to be able to do that, as she will just wear that one into her back. And the umpire actually awards her that hit by pitch, as we will have a 2-out hit by pitch, and that will bring up Sage Huber. Now batting, number 8, Sage Huber. So Huber comes to bat. Burdett. Fouls that one straight back. Hill continuing to bring the heat. Not a whole lot of change in speed, just lots of fastballs. And the Dragons have struggled with that fastball. As you can see, Huber do a little half swing on that one and offered it so it will be strike 2. 0-2 count, and now and umpires conferring and agreeing that it is in fact an 0-2 count. So Hill looking for the opportunity to get 3 strikeouts in the inning, and Huber does a good job to lead that one up. Huber hit a smash to center field her last at bat. Outfield giving her a little bit more respect this at bat, as she will foul that one back. The outfield was really moving in more and more. Did not think that Huber had that kind of power. She kept showing bunt and trying to put the ball on the ground, and she just roped one to the center field fence. So now they have certainly moved back a couple steps, and she'll hit another one to the right center gap. Everybody's going to get running. Burdette around second. She'll go to third. Huber to second. And a 2-out double by Sage Huber as she's starting to show some power in her bat. And with 2 runners on and 2 outs, that will bring up a pinch hitter, it looks like, as Shayla Love will be batting in place of Danielle Thompson. So conference at home plate now, as Coach Shannon Riley is trying to explain to the umpire what the change in her lineup will be. It looks like it's going to be not just be a straight swap, it's going to be a few different changes in the lineup here. So we get the explanation over here at the scores table as Shayla Love has come in to pinch hit for Danielle Thompson. Love will go into right field, and Adams will move from right field to second base as Danielle Thompson has been pulled out. But a big spot here for Shayla Love to come up with runners on second and third, 2 outs, and Howard really needing a hit. Love takes a swing at that one. It looks like it was fouled off. Umpire actually explained that it was not a foul ball, so that was a live ball, and the Dragons were unaware of it and should have really had runners moving on that play. So bit of a misstep for Howard there. 1-1 count to Love. She'll foul that one off to the right side. Gets her bat on that one. One and 2. Howard really needs a hit out of Love here. Coming cold off the bench, and she fouls off another one. Good piece of hitting from Love here to try to get her bat on it. We'll try 1 and 2 count once again. Fastball outside. Love sees that one outside. Good eye from her, and it's going to be 2-2. Love takes a deep breath and steps back into the box. Pitch. Love will foul it off again. A quality at bat here by Shayla Love to really fight for every inch. That was right on the handle, it sounded like, and it must have been a stinger. That's Love showing toughness. She'll get right back in there. 2-2. Low and away, ball 3. Love has worked a full count. And with Grace Talia on deck here, even just getting on base, a walk would be massive for her team. Love hits it straight back, and it's going to be a foul ball. And again, Love fights off another good pitch by Hill. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The Dragons team really into it, showing a lot of enthusiasm for the effort Love has given off the bench in this at-bat, when a key one it is. 3-2 pitch. Love swings and misses, and Hill will win the battle in the end. So the Dragons strand a couple, they still trail 9-2 as we go into the bottom of the second. We go into the bottom of the second. The Red Barons ahead 9-2 on the Dragons, as Destiny Hammond will come to the plate. First pitch hits to short. Huber fires over to first, and Howard gets out number 1 in 1 pitch. Now batting number 23, Jaden Hill. So that will bring Hill to the batter's box, fresh off of getting out of that second inning jam on the mound. And she will crush one deep to left center, way back and gone into the forest behind the left field fence. Jaden Hill helps her cause with a line drive home run, and it is now 10-2 Corning. For Hill, her first home run of the season. As she just took that high fastball and just lifted it up and over the fence. So Faith Rodriguez will come up after the leadoff home run by Hill. Excuse me, the 1-out home run by Hill. Outside for ball 1. That's in there for strike 2. For the Dragons, they go back on the road for a short trip over to Catonsville as they play CCBC Catonsville Cardinals on Saturday. And then they will return home next week on Wednesday as they will face another rivaling county, with neighbor Montgomery County coming to town on Wednesday for a doubleheader. As the Dragons will start having some of their big regional divisional matchups coming up. 3-2 count, and that one will get in the dirt and get away. Excuse me. Now it's going to be a 3-2 count. Now, there we go. All right. We were right the first time as ball 4 is called and the walk is assessed. Now batting number 4, Jody Burdick. So Jody Burdick will come to the plate for Corning. And that's in there for strike 1. Burdick fights this one off with a little inside-out swing to left and out for foul ball. As the home plate umpire actually ran out of balls there, so went back to load up and be able to get back and play. Burdick 0 for 1 with a run and an RBI after she reached on an error by Goodwin in the bottom of the first as she strikes out there. Now batting number 7, Kiara Grover. So Hobart racks up her second strikeout of the game. And first pitch, Grover laces it to right field. Nick gets by Love. Everybody is running as Grover will come around to third. It is a triple for Grover with Rodriguez scoring on the play. So it's actually going to go down officially as a single and an error on the play that'll advance Grover over to third base. But in the end, it will make it an 11-2 lead. And that's outside for ball 1. 1-1 count as Loomis will hit it to shallow left and out of play for a foul. I didn't see any signal as such, but I'm assuming based on everybody's reactions that it is called foul. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on third. It's going to be grounded to second base. Adams tries to flip it over to Dix, and out is called. So the Dragons are able to get out of it. They still give up 2 more runs. It is an 11-2 Corning lead as we go into the third. We go into the top of the third. Howard trailing Corning 11-2. And the Dragons needing to try to chase back some runs. Tolly takes strike one, and she was shaking her head at that one, probably thinking that that was a little bit on the low side. Tolly hit a sacrifice fly in her first at bat. As she nearly hit one out of the park, but it was caught over the fence. It looked like it was on the foul side of things. We have a timeout here as the umpire has stopped play, and looks like they're checking in on Corning catcher Faith Rodriguez to make sure that she's okay. The Corning coach came in, gave her seal of approval. And we are ready to get back underway. So it's going to be an 0-2 count for Tolly. Hill looks to try to get out the number 4 hitter of the Dragons. And that one's going to be up and in for ball one. Wind still blowing out to dead center field. Tolly certainly looking to take advantage of that, and she will hit one hard and foul down the third base line as she got way ahead of that one. A little bit mixed up there on the changeup. Probably expecting high heat on that one. To 1-2 count, and Tolly will again take it high for ball two. And again, it's going to be high, so 3 straight high fastballs. And it's going to be a full count for Tolly, who has fought her way back into a hitter's count. Hill shakes off her catcher twice. Now accepts the next one. 3-2 pitch. And this one is going to be another high fastball fouled straight back. And out of play. And there goes the dog. And it looks like the dog unable to get to it, and it's wagging its tail behind a fence, just trying so desperately to get to it. 3-2 count. Tolly again fouls it straight back. This one is still in play, as it will be Wood, camps under it, and catches it in foul territory for out number 1. Now batting number 15, Samantha Hobart. So Hobart comes to the plate. Hill up for ball 1. Hobart will foul this one towards the Dragon bench and out of play. Hobart 1 for 1 on the day after she had the single up the middle back in the second inning. Excuse me, that was back in the first inning. Hobart will hit another single up the middle, so she goes 2 for 2 on the day with the single right back up to the left side of second base. And with 1 out, that will bring up Erica Goodwin. Now batting number 7, Erica Goodwin. So Hill, who's been trying to live with the high fastballs, hasn't quite been able to hit her spots. And there it is again, as her fastball just stays up in the zone. And up again for ball 2. The third straight high fastball for ball 3, and now it's going to be 3-0 to Goodwin. And that one in the same exact spot for strike 1. So a 3-1 count to Goodwin. And she will lift one up, and that will be an easy pop-up to Vandersek. And now with 2 outs, that brings up Brittany Dix. Now batting number 12, Brittany Dix. High for ball 1 as Rodriguez will look Hobart back to first base. Dix 0 for 1 on the game, and that one is once again up for ball. So a 2-0 count as Hill struggling with her command just a little bit here. Perhaps feeling like she's getting squeezed on the top of the zone. And again, it's up for ball 3. And that is up for ball 4. So 4 straight high fastballs for ball 4. And now Haley Adams comes up with 2 on and 2 outs. Now batting number 21, Haley Adams. Oh, Hill able to find the strike zone on that first pitch and gonna come back quick again, and that one just misses inside for ball 1. Hill looking a little bit flustered right now and just trying to throw as soon as she gets into position. Swing and a miss as Adams helped her out a little bit. That one looked like it was gonna also be up. So 1-2 count, 2 outs. Adams puts it in play, down to the right side, a sliding play, and thrown to first. What a play there by Bella Benjamin to get out of the inning. Corning once again hold the Dragons. We go into the bottom of the 3rd. Corning ahead, 11-2. Bottom of the third, Corning ahead 11-2 on Howard as Grace Vandersek comes up and we'll see strike one go by her. Vandersek 1 for 2 on the day. 2 runs and a couple RBI, or excuse me, 1 RBI. Also has 2 stolen bases to her name. Batting out of the 2-hole today. Shortstop has gotten it done with both her bat and her glove throughout the day. Fouled back. One-two count, and it's a swinging bunt by Vandersek off the third base side and foul. We'll try 1-2 count once again, Hobart. And that is going to be hit deep to left field, way back and gone. Grace Vandersek has hit one out of the park, and it is now 12-2 Corning. Just a little half swing poke opposite field, but once again, the wind blowing out so heavily that that's all it takes to hit it out right now. And she took advantage. For Vandersek, that is her second home run of the year, as Corning continues to extend their lead. So that brings up, and Wood cranks this one to center field, as she will have a stand-up double as well. And the Red Barons are just swinging hot bats right now. Back-to-back extra base hits to start the inning. Now batting, number 9, Bella Benjamin. And that will cause Coach Riley to call a timeout and bring her team together, especially when big Bella Benjamin comes to plate. Benjamin hit the hardest home run I have seen at any game all year long, and I've been watching a fair amount of JUCO softball. This thing, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, there are the cages that are behind the outfield fence with the yellow, yellow edging is the end of the fences for this field, and then the fence that's behind it is the batting cages. She hit on top of the fencing of the batting cage behind it, an absolute bomb to center field. So certainly a player that the Dragons have got to fear with a bat in her hands. And when you have a runner on base, it just makes it that much more dangerous. And she will get hit on the leg on the first pitch. Certainly not the response that Riley wanted to see from her pitcher right after a conference. And still no outs. Now batting, number 14, Destiny Hammond. And that will bring up Hammond. Hammond batting in the 5th spot in this game, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Hammond on the first pitch, she'll bloop that one to shallow left center. Coming around is Wood, and Wood will score from second. And Corning makes it a 13-2 lead. Now batting, number 23, Jaden Hill. So runners on first and second, still no outs, and Hill will come to the plate. Hill able to hold her swing there, and it's going to be low for ball one. Outside, ball two. Hill is 2 for 2 today with 2 runs, 2 RBI, a double, and a home run. And in fact, at this point, 7 of the Red Barons have gotten hits as she'll go right back up the middle, thrown to third base, and a good job by Hobart to get the lead runner for the first out. Now batting number 2, Faith Rodriguez. And that will bring up the catcher, Faith Rodriguez. And you don't see this very often. The umpires are brushing off third base with all the dirt that had built up on it. So at least that'll look a little bit nicer on our camera to get some weight on it here. Let's see. Look at that. Look how nice that third base looks now. So thank you to the umpires for doing that. As that one's going to be high for ball one. That's up for ball two. Rodriguez sees that one into the dirt. Tolly has to block that one for ball three. Three-0 count, and Hobart will be able to dip that one in for a strike. Hobart throwing a lot of pitches again, as this one's fouled back. 77 pitches so far, and we are in the third inning. Just a lot of workload for Hobart's right arm to take. Full count. Rodriguez steps in and will take that high for ball four, and that will load the bases up. Now batting number 4, Jody Burdick. And that will bring up the right fielder in this game, Jody Burdick. And again, with bases loaded, 1 out, a chance to do some more damage, as that one is in there for strike one. Burdick 0 for 2. That's it, taken for strike one. She does have a run and an RBI to her name. And that's up the middle, and a base hit for Burdick. 1 run will score. Another one will come around, and that is a 2 RBI single for Jody Burdick. It is 15-2 Corning. Now batting number 7, Kiara Grover. And that brings up Kiara Grover, who last time up singled, advanced to third on the error, and was able to hit in an RBI. She is 1 for 2. With Burdick's hit now, 8 of the 9 Red Baron players in the starting lineup have a hit. The only one that doesn't, Faith Rodriguez, has a couple of walks. So every one of these Red Barons have reached base today. Almost all of them have reached multiple times. And Grover, in fact, is the only one that has not actually scored a run today. So just some impressive numbers across the board as Grover lifts this one to right field. It's going to be a tough play for Love, and Love is unable to catch it. An error on Love once again. And it will be thrown in to prevent any more runs from being scored. But unfortunately, Love just got under it and then lost it. And will continue the inning with just one out. Now batting, number 8, Emma Loomis. So Loomis comes up with the bases loaded and one out. Already having a big game. She's got 3 RBI on a double earlier. She had the bases clearing double in the bottom of the first. That was just devastating to the morale of the Dragons at the time, and has just continued. Dragons scored the first 2 in this game, batting in the top. But since then, it has been 15 unanswered runs for the Red Barons and counting. Hobart finds the top of the strike zone for strike 2. Two count, 1 out. Loomis goes right back up the middle. It is going to hit second base and bounce away. Nobody can get a hold of it in time, and it will be a base hit infield for Loomis. As just the spin on the ball that was put on it, combined with hitting the base, just made things awkward for the Howard players. Now batting number 13, Grace Vandersek. So that brings up Vandersek. And Hobart has that one called a ball. So it's going to be a 2-1 count. Again, bases loaded for Vandersek. And that ball called a strike. That pitch called a strike, so it will be 2-2. Vandersek, 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 2 RBI. She did have a home run in the opposite field shot. And that was actually earlier in this inning, as we are still in the third. So Vandersek trying to just add to that. She'll put it straight on the ground. Goodwin picks it up, throws home, and what an athletic play by Tolly to be able to grab it and stay on the plate. Not easy to do, but the Dragons are able to get the second out on the play by Goodwin. A good throw by her, and it is going to be 2 outs to bring up Wood. Now batting number 16, Lexi Wood. So with 2 down, Wood comes up, and she also is batting for the second time in this inning. Taken for strike 1. Wood, 3 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBI, and 3 doubles so far. And last thing the Dragons want to see is a 4th one, as that would bring in multiple runs with the bases still loaded, as that one's high for ball 1. The Howard outfielders in a step right now, and that is going to be hit to right center field. Burdette under it and is able to catch that and end the inning. But 5 more runs scored for Corning. They lead 16-2 going into the 4th. We go into the top of the fourth as the Dragons trail 16-2. And Sarah Phelps to lead things off as she fouls that one straight back. It'll be Phelps, Burdett, Huber to lead things off in this fourth inning. So once again, the Dragons will have to fight their way back to extend this game. Phelps fouls that one. Out of play off the first base side, and there goes the dog again. Gonna have to make that dog a mascot at some point, put a dragon costume on it. Phelps, a big swing, strike 3, as she has struggled at the plate today. And that will bring us to Caitlin Burdett, as we are going to have a substitution. Now playing left field for Corning, number 5, Lexi Walnolden. Moving from left field to center field. Number 8, Emma Loomis. Yep. So 5's in for 7. Got it. Thank you. And but she's playing left. So some defensive changes for Corning as Emma Loomis has moved from left field to center field, and Lexi Walnolden has gone into left field and will be batting in the 9th spot as Kiara Grover, the normal center fielder for Corning, appeared to be coming out of the game for an unknown reason. Have to imagine it's probably a slight injury of some kind as she was put out there to start the inning, but perhaps the coach just didn't like what she saw, as that one's going to be on the third base side. That is a fair ball, and Burdett able to beat it out and get on for the infield single. Now batting, number 8, Sage Huber. So good backhand stab attempt by Lexi Wood, as she was able to get her glove on it, but just couldn't quite get it under control enough to throw it over. And now it will be Huber. Burdett, a little bit of a delayed jump there, and will force Rodriguez to run all the way up. Huber has been certainly gaining in confidence now. 2 for 2 with a double and a triple in this game. It's one of the few Dragons that are hitting well, as she'll foul it off. Hobart, Burdett, and Huber all have 2 hits in this game, and they represent the 6 hits that Howard has so far in this contest. One count. Huber fouls this one out of play again. So it will be a 1-2 count with 1 out. Huber up, Burdett at first. And this one will be sliced again. Wood, what an effort! And she makes the catch. Throws down to second base. And Burdett is out at second. Oh my goodness, Lexi Wood makes the play of the game. A diving effort in foul territory against the fence, makes the catch, and has the presence of mind to throw down to second and get Burdett out at second base to end the inning. We go into the bottom of the fourth, Corning ahead, 16-2. We go into the bottom of the fourth, and Benjamin, she puts this up in the air, way back, and gone. Bella Benjamin, her second home run of the game. And with her kind of power, as soon as that ball went up into the air, you almost knew that it was going out. So Benjamin that is her 6th home run of the year, her second today, and Corning now leads 17-2. Now batting, number 14, Destiny Hammond. So that will bring up Hammond as Corning leads 16-2 and extend their lead on the solo home run, the leadoff by Bella Benjamin. As Hobart finds a strike zone there for a 1-1 count. This one hit to right center. This is going to be a tough play, and it will drop in there as Love throws it in. It's going to be a play over at third base. Huber throws it down, and it is going to be a triple for Destiny Hammond to right center. Now batting, number 23, Jaden Hill. And that will bring up the pitcher, Jaden Hill, with a runner on third and no out. As Hobart finds strike one. The lineup of this Corning Red Barons team, they are just lethal. The top 6 in the lineup all have multiple hits. All of them have multiple RBI. All of them have multiple runs except for Loomis in the leadoff spot of all things. And all 6 also have extra base hits, either doubles, triples, or home runs to their name. Just a really strong lineup. Hill hits this one. Hobart throws to first, is out at first, but unable to get the play at home. So that will be an RBI ground out single. And for just the first out of the inning, it is now an 18-2 lead. Now batting, number 2, Faith Rodriguez. So that will bring up the catcher, Rodriguez, with one out and nobody on to restart the inning. Rodriguez 0 for 1, but has 2 walks and 3 runs scored. Lifted to center field. Burnett camps under and makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up a pinch hitter for Corning as number 11, Sierra Iglesias, will come up. Pinch hitting for the Red Barons, number 11, Sierra Iglesias. So Iglesias will come to bat for the first time today. Iglesias has appeared at just 3 at-bats all year long and has struck out in all 3. So this is just her 4th at-bat of the season and trying to get one in play. As she'll see that one in for strike 2. This will be the 112th pitch for Hobart. 2 outs. Strike 3, swing and a miss, and Hobart will get out of the inning. We go into the 5th inning. Corning ahead, 18-2. We go into the top of the 5th. Shayla Love to lead things off for the Dragons. Howard will need to score 9 runs in this inning to keep the game going, as that's taken low for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Hill brought a little bit extra on that one, as just trying to bring the heat. Hill sees that one high for ball 3. As she is just trying to find the strike zone here when you have a 16 run lead. Certainly the last thing you want to do is just walk batters, as she will find the strike zone and it will be a 3-1 count. Hill, not quite as efficient as her teammate was, as Love will hit this one straight down the ground, and Love will get to first as a leadoff infield single. Now batting, number 25, Grace Tolley. And that will bring up Grace Tolley. Tolley 0 for 1 with a sac fly RBI, as she will see strike 1 that called. Just mentioning, again, just fascinated by the efficiency of McCreary in the first game. Hill, not quite as good. She has pitched in 4 innings, now getting up 7 hits, 89 pitches. But she does have 5 strikeouts, all swinging with 2 walks. 1-1 count. Outside, ball 2. Tolley takes a big swing, but just gets under a little bit. And this will go straight to the left fielder, Wall Nolden, and out for out number 1. Now batting, number 15, Samantha Hobart. So Hobart comes to plate, and she's having a good day. She's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles up the middle. And takes a big swing there, but misses for strike 1. Keeps her head on that one, fouls it back for strike 2. A little bit of extra spin on that one from Hill, just to mix up the speeds, and Hobart, her timing was just completely off on that one. So 0-2 count. That one will go off the glove of Rodriguez for a passed ball. And Love was able to scamper over to second base. Hobart puts this one up in the air right at the center fielder. Loomis camps under it. And Love not tagging up. She's back at second and tags second, and that will be it. So a tough day for the Dragons as Corning will complete the doubleheader sweep with an 18-2 win in 5 innings. We'll be back on broadcast here a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, as the Dragons will host Montgomery College in a big conference regional rivalry right here at Kiwanis Wallace Park. Once again, final score, Corning 18, Howard 2.